Linus Tech Tips coverage of CES 2014 is brought to you by NCIX.com, your source for great technology, selection, and service, along with Corsair Memory and Western Digital.
Hey guys, welcome to the Kingston Rapid-Fire Technology Showcase. Not a real thing, but what I'm calling this. What we're going to see first is 384 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM working in a server. Pretty awesome. They didn't let me take the top off completely, but from markings that we could find, it is 6-channel RAM, which is an insane amount. When you look in here, it's basically just RAM, which is awesome. It's going to be nice that it's also running at 1.4 volts, 1.2 volts, my bad, because any amount of power savings in a server configuration where you're in an environment where you're probably in a server room with a ton of these things is actually going to save a company a very large amount of money, because when you're multiplying how much power you're saving, it becomes a really big deal. Next up, we have something just as or more beastly. This is 24 400 gigabyte Kingston E100 server grade SSDs in one system running all at the same time on 3 RAID 10s running through LSI controllers, and then they have 50 VMs running in the background. You would think maybe that they could have more VMs, and they could, but no, because GPU power. It has nothing to do with limiting the speed of the SSDs, and we can actually see here on the right side that there's quite a bit of performance left in headroom for the SSDs, but not necessarily for something else. And last but not least, we have the Ssd Showcase. So first off, they're showing a client SSD, which is powered by an SF3700 LSI Avago controller, which is pretty interesting, but what's more interesting is their PCI Express 4X card, the Predator, which is also running the same controller. That controller has a potential of 1800 megabytes per second of potential throughput. That's pretty interesting. Down the line, we have a 1 terabyte SSD Prototype, which is going to be more consumer and value oriented. I'm saying 1 terabyte SSD Prototype and consumer and value oriented is a little weird, but it's running a Phison controller, and I'm pretty excited for that one as well. All right, guys, one last thing before we go. I want to give a shout out to Kingston because they do sponsor a ton of esports stuff. We are here live at D2L S4, and this is pretty awesome and extremely distracting. The screen is right up there, so I'm going to try to not look at it too much while I'm running this video, as I'll be able to watch afterwards. If you are watching this video, it's not going to be live streamed anymore. Look online. There might be an archive somewhere. I'm not actually 100% confirmed about that. But yeah, Kingston is a huge sponsor of esports, so if you are a big fan of esports and you're looking for some stuff that Kingston makes, maybe buy some Kingston stuff. Thanks for watching our Kingston content. If you want to see all of our CES 2014 content, be sure to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips. And thank you to our sponsors, NCIX, WD, and Corsair.